From Columbia, South Carolina, this is SGTV News 4. I'm Spencer Buckler.
And I'm Erin Slowey. On Wednesday, President Caslin announced at the Board of Trustees meeting that the university will plan to make its decision about the fall semester by May 15th. If the decision is delayed, it will be made by June 15th at the latest.
We hope on a timeline to have that decision for the fall on or about May 15th, which is 3 months out from when they would report in the middle of August, and but no later than for sure June 15th.
USC Columbia will be receiving $21.4 million in support from the federal government through the CARES Act. 50% of this money will go towards emergency aid for students, and the other half will support the institution. Caslin said he does not expect aid from the state. There are currently 53 cases of COVID-19 from USC, 47 of which are students. 96 students are still living on campus, and 821 people are still working.
More than 100 South Carolinians have now died after contracting the coronavirus. DHEC announced 10 new deaths today, bringing the total to 107. In response, the city of Columbia lowered flags at public buildings to half-mast. 2 of the people who died were middle-aged with underlying health conditions, and the other 8 were over age 65. Today, Prisma Health also announced that over 100 of their employees have tested positive for the coronavirus. A little over half of the employees that tested positive were exposed while at work. The other employees were exposed in the community. Prisma Health is South Carolina's largest hospital system. And while the state continues to battle the coronavirus, Governor Henry McMaster issued an executive order declaring a second state of emergency after 11 tornadoes hit the ground on Monday. The strongest recorded winds were up to 140 miles per hour. Today, 16,000 people remained without power, and 236 people had to move into hotels. McMaster also assured South Carolinians the new order would not take away from the state's coronavirus response.
Senator Elizabeth Warren endorsed former Vice President Joe Biden for the presidency on Wednesday. This comes after endorsements from both former President Barack Obama and Senator Bernie Sanders. President Trump announced on Tuesday that he is going to freeze funding to the United Nations. He said the World Health Organization is severely mismanaging and covering up the spread of the coronavirus. On Wednesday, Governor Andrew Cuomo said that he would enforce statewide order and require New Yorkers to wear facial coverings. This announcement followed after 752 deaths from COVID-19 on Tuesday in New York. The small business loan program that was created from the $2.2 trillion stimulus package is expected to run out on Wednesday. This puts pressure on Congress to agree on a deal for the next round of economic aid. At-home versions of the SAT and ACT are being developed for high schoolers. College Board said it will strive to make the SAT accessible for all, but it did not specify how it was going to do that.
And as the U.S. continues to battle the coronavirus, Germany is easing their lockdown. Chancellor Angela Merkel said that the nation will reopen schools in early May and also allow for some stores to reopen. Social distancing measures will still be in place. Also today, voters in South Korea wore masks and gloves to vote in the nation's parliamentary election. More than a quarter of the country's 44 million voters cast their vote early. Nearly 60% of registered voters cast their ballot, a number that is 10% higher than the proportion that voted in the 2016 election. And in France, Amazon was forced to temporarily stop all deliveries in the nation following a court ruling. The company must limit deliveries to essential goods while it assesses the risk of coronavirus at its warehouses.
The Dow fell 445 points or 1.86% today as stock prices continue to fall in response to the coronavirus pandemic. It's 47 degrees outside with clear skies. The high for tomorrow is 53 degrees, partly cloudy, and a low of 38 degrees. From Columbia, South Carolina, I'm Erin Slowey.
And I'm Spencer Buckler. This is SGTV News 4.